my word. I never change on you, girl. That's on my grandmama. Go to sleep in black pajamas. I wake up to a freak. I wake up to a perk. I woke up to a nurse. She was trying to take my heart out my back. Break it bone when I shot him. I'm on the phone with my partner. He coming home in 2 hours. Free him. I can't wait till you leave Hay State. My mind been in a brazen place. I just wanna leave it place, but I can't cause I got dreams chasing my vision. Look in the mirror, I see a killer, I see a blood member. Say the feds looking for indictment, nah, I ain't going. Come around, I'm going, now squeeze it. I'm going, now bleed. Put a knife inside my enemy. I just pray that she just get on her knees. Come and suck the dick. You a free little bitch, huh? I'ma need you, bitch, huh? Need you right now. Pull up on me right now. Girl, you bring your gown. Let's fly out of town. Let's go to a mountain. Call her pussy water fountain. Keep sprinkling on me like I'm grass or something, like a rose or something, like a boat or something. I'm a shark in that water. You see my feet? You see my grin? Laughing at these fuck niggas. Lately I ain't trusting niggas. Lately I ain't fucking with these bitches. I'm staying focused in that studio with.
This is a new song that I just did with Shine Grady. If you go on his Instagram, Shine Grady's Instagram, he's put it on his in his bio on his Instagram. It's a sick song, to be fair. Sounds sick on it. Yep. Alright, man. Let's get cracking. I'll get cracking from the beginning of when I started streaming. Damn, there's already a lot. Okay, we'll go from here. Let's just get it going, man. The mic's a bit low. Okay. Let me turn it up a little bit. Okay, that should be better. Just gonna do a quick IG post. Oh my days. Volume's kind of low. Is that better? It should be better. Okay, that was okay. That was okay. The volume on that one, like the mixing, like the levels on that beat were okay. The whole beat just sounded quite quiet though overall. Maybe just work on like getting the mix sounding like nice and loud and punchy. Maybe add a bit of top end to that beat as well. Sounded a little bit, just a little bit on like the dull side. So yeah, just a bit of top end on that beat and a bit more loudness. The volume's very low. Should be good. Everything looks good on here. This is so hard. Jesus, man, this beat is so hard. Damn, who sent me that? Obs. Whoever sent me that beat was on point, man. That 808 was crunching just how I like it. That melody was nice and like trippy and kind of spacey, like psychedelic kind of vibes to it. And yeah, structure was on point, levels were good. Yeah, that beat was hard, man. The bounce was on point for that beat. Alright, let me just say hi to you guys. Let me have a look in the chat. What's cracking? Lo-Fi Drip, what's going on, man? Prod by Alad. AP Vibes, prod by Kaya. Patrick Beats. 808 Ross. Landu. Beats by D. Yeah, this beat. That beat was hard. Black Cassette. Yeah, I'm dropping the 40k giveaway announcement video tomorrow. I actually did drop the actual announcement on Instagram, but you know, I've got to get my stream in today, so I'll be dropping the actual video tomorrow.
Hey yo, Jamie, you made this.
Yeah, this is vibey. Yeah, big vibes, Jamie. Good chord progression again. I feel like your chords are always like, they always come with a different vibe, but you always seem to nail that kind of like chilled lo-fi genre. So yeah, good stuff, man. Really good stuff. Mix is on point as usual. You've been dead consistent though, Jamie, man. Early gang, always in the early gang, and always consistent with the beats, man. So yeah, really good stuff, man. What just happened? No. Come on, play. Why is that just happened? I'm just trying to watch it on YouTube. Damn it, man, into there. That's kind of hard. I feel like that's one of those beats, one of those like weird beats. I'm not too keen on it personally, just because of like just the vibe overall. But it's one of those beats that you can hear Playboy Kai definitely rapping on, especially after that Whole Lot of Red EP. Like some of the beats on there were so weird, but they kind of banged at the same time. So it's kind of a hard on that one. Oh, PRODLLB, thanks a lot for the donation, my guy. Okay, you up after this one, man.
I buried those cockroaches.
King Cypriot, what's going on, man? Do I keep my VSTs? This beat's actually pretty hard. Yeah, that kind of slaps, you know. I don't like that really busy 808 roll, that 808 roll at the end of each 16 bar, but the actual beat kind of slaps. Just a couple of bits that I'd maybe change. It's a little bit too distorted, like the kick in the 808 sounded a little bit too crunchy, but other than that, it's a banger, man. Drums are banging nice and hard. King Cypriot just asked if I put all my VSTs on my external. Some of them, for some reason, like some work and some don't. Like the recent one that I did with those guitar VSTs, those Ramina plugins, I had trouble installing them on my external, so I had to put them just on my normal. Contact banks or contact libraries seem to work just fine now. Oh, my bad. Let me get PRODLLB in. Thanks a lot for the donation again, my man. Let's get you in. Today. not too bad, not too shabby. Sounding nice and full. I honestly have no idea how you get your mixes sounding like so wide and full. But yeah, not my favorite of like all the ones you've sent me, but it's definitely not the worst one, man. It's just sort of mid-table for the ones you've sent me. I'm liking the liking that synth bass. So that synth bass goes crazy. And yeah, just sort of like the wideness of your mixes just gets me every time. But yeah, I think for me it's kind of mid-table. Let me take a listen to the other one that you've sent me, which is this one. Let's see what we've got for this one. Yeah, I'm messing with this one. Nice. Yeah, this is the one. Yeah, this is fun. This is nice, man. That second one was definitely the one. Nice. It had the thing for that beat is it had like a nice swing to it. That's what I always kind of look for. I think the first one was just a little bit too like too quantized. That one had a nice sort of like almost boom bap kind of bounce to it, sort of old school vibes to it. And I like how you sort of chopped up that sample and added like an A and a B section as well. That sounded nice. That was a nice switch up. And I wasn't expecting that switch up. I was just expecting it to kind of loop like that. So yeah, that second one for me, upper column, that was the one, man. That was the one. Really good stuff, bro. Good to see you back in the stream. Cool. All right, let's go over to example. Yeah, I haven't heard this one yet. Yeah, nice different vibes right there. Almost got like a UK kind of vibe to it, sort of like a dark Afro swing almost kind of vibe. Sounded okay. I like that vocal chop in there. I think the mix could have been a bit better. That bass line sounded a little bit too quiet and muddy. But the actual sound selection was decent. I just thought the mix could do with a bit of work. And that's normally just leveling. Like leveling is normally the key thing that kind of throws a mix off. So yeah, nice.
Nerba.
GQ got the sauce, boy.
Bobsy, you're different.
This is nice one. Yeah, it's got a nice bounce to it. It's got that kind of classic chord progression, you know, that sort of dun dun dun, just going down one semitone, not semitone, one key in the scale. But it works though. It works, and I actually didn't. It actually took me a little while to recognize that, but that's a proven recipe, man. Works every time, and I like what you did with it. I like the bounce that you give it. I haven't really heard that bounce with that chord progression before as well. So, yeah, that was vibey, man. Nice electric guitar in there as well. Maybe get the 808 booming a little bit harder for that beat. Maybe like a more punchier sound, like a punchy spins 808 would have worked for that one, I think. Maybe a little bit shorter as well.
The dash is digi, the schedule busy. My head in a hoodie, my shorty a goodie. My cousins are crazy, my cousins like boogie. Life is amazing, it is what it should be. Been here for 10, but I feel like a rookie. I tell her look up, cause it's snowing in Tootsies. Booked for 3 years, man, you can't even book me. It's me and Lil Baby, they going crazy. Weezy produced it, and Weezy F made me. And she held it down, so she got a Mercedes. Your Money Records, the Army, the Navy. It ran me 10,000, I threw it like Brady. The foreign is yellow like Tracy and Katie. I trust in my they never betray me. Met all these, they sweeter than Sadie. When I started out, I just took what they gave me. Did all the favors, they never repay me. It worked in my favor, cause nobody said.
Brand new whip, got no keys. Tell my clothes, no starch, please. Soon as I you can go leave. Got M's in the bank like yes, indeed. Cardiac glasses, I won't even Pikachu. Yellow Ferrari like Pikachu. I got him waiting and watching what he gon' do. Tryna pee what I do, tryna steal my moves. 500 for a new pair of tennis shoes. The same price I can make the winners come and finish you. Believe being charged, he'll do it like a voodoo. Real dope boy, 100,000 in the Bijou.
Yeah, lo-fi drip, killing it, killing it, killing it. And that's a challenge in itself, is getting a beat to line up with an acapella, and that actually lined up pretty well, to be fair. So yeah, big stuff, my man. Big stuff. All your beats have been slapping recently, man. Just the bounce is all there, like the amount of space in the beat is like perfect. So yeah, good stuff, lo-fi drip, man. Well on your way, bro. Well on your way. All right, Ganzi. Can we just appreciate the new setup, by the way? Got the proper camera working. Got a nice screen, nice visual for you guys for the stream. Looks sick. Yeah, this is nice. Purchase your tracks today with reverb on it. No, that's a vibe. That is the first drill beat mixed with lo-fi that I actually think works. It's got that up-tempo drill vibe to it, but it's got that kind of soft melody in the background, which works perfectly, man. Just take the purchase your tracks today tag out, man. Don't put. You've even gone to the trouble of putting reverb on it, man. I don't understand that. But yeah, just take that tag out. And maybe if you want to put tags over it, just put your own tag on it, man. If you're worried, but yeah, that sounds vibey, man. Vibey.
This make is fancy.
Kind of hard. I like how you put that kind of grime bass in there for the slides. Kind of give it a different vibe. Maybe what I would have done is not had them overlapping though, and I wouldn't have had those grime bass slides come in as often. I would have just put them at like the end of a 16 bar just to give it a nice like transition almost. But yeah, I like the bounce. Nice vocal chop in there. Yeah, there's a few different genres coming in and out there. It's got some like old school UK rap as well coming in with those kind of like clap repeats. It reminds me of Sway. Don't know if you guys remember Sway, but he used to rap to. He had a song called Flow Fashion. Kind of sounded similar with those kind of clap rolls. But yeah, good stuff, man. All right, Bob C.
All
Yeah, that's vibey. I like the guitar melody. I think that melody needs something to like sit in the background and to like give it a nice undertone. The guitar is nice by itself, but I think it needs something else underneath it. Like maybe just even a duplicate of that melody and just drop down by an octave. Just something to fill out the mids a little bit. Just from like a Sonic's perspective, I think that needs, yeah, just something in the low end to kind of give it some, you know, just give it some grit. But other than that, the bounce was kind of there. I think maybe a few different sounds in the drums that I would have selected. I would have gone for like a Zaytoven 808 or something with a bit more oomph. But yeah, that beat's basically there. Just a couple of changes.
Some men aren't looking for anything logical, like money. They can't be bought, bullied, reasoned, or negotiated with. Some men just want to watch the world go.
I think you ballin', boy.
Yeah, this is hard. That beat's hard. It's got almost kind of got like Timbaland vibes to it. Nice, simplistic, dark, catchy melody, and then there's like some nice like drum perk, like some like perk loop. Like there's like a couple of perk loops played in the background. That just give it like a nice bounce to it, a little bit different. And yeah, sound selection was good in that as well. Sounds that I haven't really heard before. Even the 808 sounded different, but it was still hitting hard, you know. So yeah, good stuff on that one, man. Alright, Cartier Brazy.
Hey yo, Cartier, you going brazy? Hey yo, cut off, cook it up.
Hard. It's got a nice bounce to it. It's got like a little baby kind of bounce to it. Yeah, that's definitely a hard beat. I like this sort of catchy, almost like Dr. Dre style chords. That kind of those kind of stabby chords. I feel like they need to come back a little bit. I kind of like that vibe. The only thing for that beat, maybe the hi hat was a little bit too sharp. I didn't mind how loud it was. I kind of like loud hi hats, but like there's like a lot of top end to it. It just sounded a little bit too sharp. So maybe just ease off. Maybe just kind of tame off the top end of the hi hat with an EQ. Other than that, man, that beat was slapping. Volume levels perfect.
Crisis.
Good stuff, man.
Hit him
Good
with
stuff.
that banger.
I was literally working on the collab with the stream on my second one at heard your tag and I thought
JD got that sauce.
kind of vibey. I like the flute. I wouldn't say that's a little baby type beat. I like the flute melody in there. Nice little top melody. But I think the drums are too busy. Kick is way too busy. Yeah, way too many kicks in that beat.
Never wanted to go through it. I think about it most. never wanted to. Rest is in the body language.
That's kind of weird. I messed with that sample that you used, and I like the drum bounce. There's just the one weird bit where like it just goes out of tune. That bit, I don't know about that bit. Like it was a nice sort of happy holiday vibe, and that just kind of took away from it a bit, you know. So yeah, just take that little bit out and keep the nice up tempo, happy vibes in there, man, and you'll be good. I like the melody, really like the melody. Drums could have been done with some more work though. Really like that melody, but yeah, the drums are kind of weak on that. Like the drop doesn't really have a nice impact. So yeah, I'd honestly maybe just switch up the bounce for that beat. That bounce with the drums and the melody don't really mesh very well for that beat. Not too keen on that one as well. Bass is a little bit too thin. It's not really hitting, you know. It's like it's nice and subby, but it's not. It doesn't have that like oomph. It doesn't have that impact. Sounds maybe like it's compressed or like it's running through a limiter. It just doesn't sound like it's hitting. It just feels like like there's something capping off that transience. You know, when the 808 hits at the beginning. Yeah, it's just a little bit too like almost EDM-y to be like a dark trap beat. It sounds a little bit like too electronic in a way. So yeah, I'd maybe switch up a few things about that beat.
Trippy beats.
That's okay. I think a few things could have been changed. The guitar melody sounded a little bit too like tinny, and maybe it's that amp guitar or something, that free amp guitar. Yeah, maybe we just would have switched that up just for like a different guitar VST. Maybe something like, probably something like the Romana if you have a big budget, or if you do have a decent budget, maybe go for something like a contact bank like the Ilya Efimov acoustic guitar, or just use a sample. What I've started to do, if I can't get a nice vibe for a guitar melody, I just use a loop, because guitar loops, you can't get any more real than an actual, you know, played in guitar loop. So yeah, just the guitar loop wasn't doing it for me. Sounded a little bit too robotic. I like this. Yeah, I mess with that beat. Nice like ambient vibe to the melody, and then simple drums, simple bounce, but like the impact is there. I think you just have to find the right slots to put the 808 in. Depends on the melody really, but you've slotted that in nicely, and that simple two-step was a good decision as well with the hi-hat. Clean mix too, so yeah, good stuff on that one. Good stuff on that one.
Made it.
I'm not too keen on that one. The mix fell a little bit flat, like everything kind of sound meshed together, so leveling and putting stuff out in stereo would be advised for that beat. And just sound selection as well. 808 was a little bit too busy as well on that beat. Yeah, I think the overall vibe for that one just wasn't really there for me. Everything kind of meshed together, so I just work on like separating the vibe a little bit. If you've got like a nice spacey melody like that, then you want to come with like some like hard impact in drums, but they didn't really hit that hard, those ones. So yeah, I think it's mainly sound selection. Young Kukushka, what's going on, bro? AJ and the Rock, Ned Big B. Oh man, what's going on, man? Give me 1 second. Did that send? What? Maybe it's in a minute. Yeah, that was a nice vibe, man. That was a nice vibe. Nice summer bounce to it. Drums were clean and a good balance as well. Like there was plenty of space in that beat. Yeah, nice amount of space. 808 wasn't going too crazy. Just kind of left enough space for the for that vibey melody to come through. So yeah, good stuff, man.
Shorty, thick thighs, caramel eyes. I put my hands to the sky. I put my hands to the sky. Put it in drive. I wanna see if she ride. She put her hands to the sky. Ayy, she put her hands to the sky. Thick thighs, caramel eyes. I put my hands to the sky. I put my hands to the sky. Put it in drive. I wanna see if she ride. She put her hands to the sky. Ayy, she put her hands to the sky. My step.
Yeah, that's vibey. That's vibey. More summer vibes, man. I'm liking these summery kind of beats right now.
In the party, dripping out liquor, LTD. Got bare a gal addicted. I guess there's kites on me. I'm trying to stack my peas. That's why I'm so stressed, cause it's for my piece. Didn't want no slice of the cake back then, now you calling me back for.
Yeah, nice man, nice and vibey. Mix is clean. Vocals are actually vocals.
Peace. I gotta give my galley on fleet. Quite a couple Alex.
Yeah, the vocals are okay. I feel like the guy could have done a better job with the vocals, but well done on the on getting the GRM placement, man. That's sick. That's sick.
Hey yo, Pootie.
I kind of vibe with it. I like the melody. I think it's a little bit too full though. I think there's like a little too many synths going, like too many layers of the synths going on. Like it's just kind of filling out the beat a bit too much. So if you want to go crazy with the synths, then I'd maybe just make them all sit in a nice pocket. You know, use some EQ and just make them sit nicely in their own little section. But it's really full. Like I couldn't even hear vocals over that because there's just a lot going on. That might be levels as well. You know, making sure that the synths aren't like too loud in comparison to the drums. So yeah, I think that could do with a bit of work mixing wise and just the amount of sounds in that beat.
You're a scrappy little misfit, just like me.
Jeez. Yeah, man. Yeah, I can hear Gunner all over that, man. Nice ethnic vibes to it. 808 slapping, flute on point. No complaints about that beat. Oh, nice loop.
LLB.
Yeah, that's nice, man. I like what he did with the drums. I think though that the first 808 hit, like the 808 that hits on the first bar, like at the start of every loop, is just off by one semitone. Everything else is perfect, but it just sounds like that first note is off. So yeah, just get that tweaked. And I maybe wouldn't slam that beat too hard into the clipper. Yeah, 808 is just a little bit overpowering, but other than that, it's not too shabby, man. Not too shabby. I like that you left a lot of space with that beat as well. I did quite a lot with that melody, so yeah, good decision making.
Hey, Capri, what's you cooking?
Too bad. I think that melody sounded a little bit dry. That could have done with I'd been like just processed a little bit, you know, some reverb, a bit of chorus maybe, a bit of phaser, just some effects, especially on the strings. They sounded really dry. Yeah, just add a few effects to them, to the melody just to give it a bit more movement. You know, reverb's probably the most clutch and like go to effect that I normally use. So that's a big one really, just reverb. And the slides are a little bit too panned. Just keep them kind of down the middle. If you wanna space them out left and right, then just make it subtle. Intro was really weird for that beat. Really long intro, like nothing going on, and it was dead quiet. Like I could barely hear it, and then all of a sudden it gets really loud. So yeah, I just fixed the intro for that beat, man. Make it shorter and louder.
Way nine.
Morning Productions.
Nice vocal. Yeah, that's vibey. I like that you kind of. It almost sounded like it was going with like the Rod Wave, R&B drill. It sounded like it was going with like the Rod Wave style, but then flipped drill drums, man, and it worked. So good stuff, man. I really like the vocal chop in there. That vocal chop, like, spot on. Maybe I would have softened it up a little bit with some EQ, but that's my own personal preference. But it sounded vibey either way. So yeah, good stuff on that one. Beat critique 2, not yet.
Yo, Rebecca, where's the snap?
Okay, good sound selection, but I think just the melody was a little bit too up and downy for me. Yeah, it just sounded like it was. It just sounded like it was going a bit too up and down. Like if you're looking at the MIDI pad, if it's jumping up and down between keys, it's probably not going to sound very good. Yeah, that's what that melody's doing right there. So that's what I'd change about that one. Make it more natural. Kick is too loud in that beat. I like the piano. It's got like a nice ambient vibe to it, but the kick was like coming through way too loud. and everything else is like dead quiet. So yeah, just turn that kick down, bring everything else up, you know, make it sound nice and loud, and you'll be good to go. But yeah, the kick just kind of, it just sits way too far on top of the mix for that beat. New link for the Discord. Link is not working. Okay, cool. Sorry, my bad. Let me just get a new link and put it in the description, and then it should be good. Save. Okay, just refresh the stream and check the description, and that should be good. Yeah, that should be good. Sometimes it does that. For some reason, it just occasionally it'll do that. But yeah.
Light me up. Oh, oh, hey, hey, la, 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 light me up. Oh, oh, hey, hey, la, 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 light me up. Oh, oh, hey, hey, la, 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 light me up. Oh, oh, hey, hey, la, 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 light me up. Oh, oh, hey, hey, la, 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 light me up.
I like the ambient sort of vibe to the melody. I wasn't too keen on that vocal chop, and I don't think the drums really added to the vibe. They just kind of followed the melody a little bit. It just kind of felt a little bit flat. So if you're gonna add like a nice ambient melody, you want to add some like high energy, clean drums on top of it. And then if you're gonna add like an up-tempo melody, then you just need simple drums, you know. So I think you just gotta find that contrast with that beat. Yeah, do you know what? That actually sounds like something that would get placed, to be fair. I'm not going to lie. Maybe I'm wrong on that beat. It's a little bit one of those, it's kind of one of those Marmite beats, but it's one of those simple beats that's just like, hits hard, it's got a nice high energy to it, and with some hard lyrics over the top of it, it'll sound sick. So yeah, I feel like that beat's pretty decent, to be fair. Maybe that open hat was a little bit on the sharp side, but yeah, nothing too crazy, man. Nothing too bad. Levels weren't too bad on that beat. Nice. Yeah, that's vibey. That's a good example of what I said earlier, where you have like a nice ambient melody, then you have those high energy drums. That sounds like a cool like Logic style beat almost. But yeah, really good vibes on that beat. Nice sound selection for the drums. And yeah, drums. That was a bouncy beat, man. Bouncy beat, high energy, and yeah, the vibe was there, man. So good stuff. Crash Bandit, what's going on, bro? Yeah, that's nice. I like that beat. That's a nice vibe. That flute, the flute got me on that beat. I do like my flutes, but there's like good flutes and then there's like mediocre flutes, and that one was on point. Nice ethnic vibes to it. Yeah, that was nice. I maybe would have added like a lower energy part of the melody, so like that sort of ethnic guitar loop that was playing, I maybe would have like switched that up to like a lower octave, or just like put some halftime on it at certain points during the beat. But yeah, other than that, man, that was a nice beat. Nice bounce to it.
AOCT, play that record.
Nice. I maybe would have leveled that a bit better, like a little bit differently. I would have had the 808 sat a little bit more on top of the mix. It kind of gets lost a little bit in that beat. But I like the melody, man. Melody's nice and like spacey. It's that simple chord progression, just the, just the 1 and then the 5. Maybe I'm just getting my numbers mixed up, but yeah, it's that catchy chord progression. But the sound selection was on point, so we just made it nice and vibey. So yeah, good stuff on that beat, man. Good stuff on that beat.
Yo, Rebecca, where's the snack?
That beat's out of scale, man. You gotta make sure when you're putting in your melodies that everything stays in scale. The keys are just kind of wandering randomly in that beat. You gotta make sure you get the fundamentals right first, man. Crash Bandit, thank you, man. You're the second person to notice. Yeah, I thought I'd try and get the camera working as like a streaming camera as well as my normal camera. Yeah, I like the bounce to the drums, and I almost like that melody. It's just no, I like the melody. It's got that kind of like mysterious gamer kind of vibe to it. Yeah, it's not too bad. I think maybe the bounce of the drums could have like a little bit more swing on them, but yeah, it's pretty good, man. It's pretty good. Mix is good on it. Oh, I appreciate that, man.
Yeah. Jamie on a beat, boy. Drop me جميلة ننسى الوصايا مهم قاتلي راسك ديما مرفوع زاد وما نلقى معايا نروح بعيد حالف ما كان رجوع واحد ما دايق شقايا نبقى هنا خايف يقتلني الجوع في ساحتهم طلع الراية حاب نسمع برا صوتي مسموع جميلة ننسى الوصايا مهم قاتلي راسك ديما مرفوع زاد وما نلقى معايا نروح بعيد حالف ما كان رجوع واحد ما دايق شقايا نبقى هنا خايف يقتلني.
I don't like the vocals, but I like the beat. The beat is banging, man. I love that kind of beat. Nice, like percussive sounds in the drums. 808 is slapping, and you know you got those flute phrases in there, which I love. Yeah, the bounce. That's a really nice beat. I think the guy that rapped on that kind of ruined it a bit, but the beat was hard. I think you need someone like a Gunna style rapper on that beat. Yeah, definitely. I wasn't too keen on those vocals. Like, even if I'm not saying it because it's in a different language, I'm just saying it because, like, I've heard beats where, or I heard songs where it's been like just foreign language and you just vibe to it. But yeah, those ones just didn't really mix too well with it.
Scotty C got this one.
Vibey, man. I like the sort of combo. I like the combination of that organ and then the saxophone as well. That was yeah, that was a good decision, man. That was a good decision. Yeah, that was vibey, man. I think maybe the perks, that bongo sound was a little bit too busy, but other than that, it had a cool vibe to it, man. It had a cool vibe to it. All right. Okay. We've got a donation, I think. We've got a donation. Hold up 1 second. Let me double check. Pretty sure we did. Got PayPal, Monk Tracks. Yeah. Oh, Monk Tracks, where are you at? There you are. God damn it, man. Monk Tracks. I think you've sent your beats to my email. Yeah, you've sent your beats to my email. Send them to the Discord, bro, and then I'll get you in. Yeah, nothing's coming up. Okay. Yeah, Monk Tracks, just drop your beat through on the Discord through the link, and then I will get you in straight away. In the meantime, let's get Prod Crush Bandit in, my guy. Thanks a lot for the doney, bro. Let me get you up right now. See what Source Crush Bandit has been coming up with. Okay, let's go. think a lot of you guys in the chat are saying switch up the 808, but I do believe that, especially after listening to a couple of like Lil Uzi's kind of recent songs, I don't know if he's released anything like super recent, but I think I listened to one of his songs a few weeks ago, and yeah, I don't know, I feel like that kind of rage vibe, they're kind of switching to those more like long-tailed boomy 808s, just stuff that kind of, it's still got that hard transients at the beginning, but has more of like a long tail. I think it worked. Maybe it was a little bit on the muddy side, but it still filled out the low end nice and, you know, like give it like a nice oomph. Maybe it clashed with the kick a little bit, but I think it still had a nice bounce to it. And I like that you put that melody together all from scratch. Yeah, that melody was catchy. I like it when that lead comes in during like the hook part of the hook part of the beat. Sorry, some nice slides in there. Slow slides on those kind of leads just sound like just lush. You know, they sound vibey. Yeah, that was a catchy beat, man. I've got no complaints about that. The structure was on point. For me personally, I would have put a Zaytoven 808, and I would have made it kind of like bouncy and up tempo. But I think that kind of vibe works as well for it. So yeah, I ain't got any complaints about that beat. Right, let's take a listen to one more, and then I'll see if Monk Tracks has some.
Crash.
Breeze got the sauce, ho.
Yeah, that was kind of hard. I think out of the two, I prefer that first one. I think the lead was like a bit catchier for me, and yeah, same thing with the 808. I think you went for those kind of like long-tailed 808s, which works fine. Nice structure to it. I think it's got that kind of nice repetitive bounce that like Playboi Carti type beats normally have, but there's like a few subtle changes that keep it interesting, which works. I think for me, again, personally, I would have used like a shorter 808. But again, that's just personal. I think that long tail 808 still works. Like, I think it was still vibey. Kick didn't seem to clash as much with the 808 in that second beat. And yeah, it was a nice bounce, man. It was a nice bounce. I like that snare. I really want to start incorporating that snare into a lot of my beats. That almost like gamer style snare. Sounds hard. Yeah, that was good, man. I think. Do you know what? I actually kind of like. I love how you mix your beats when you send me those like Rod Wave, Polo G style beats. You know, with the guitar loops and the pianos and stuff like that. All those mixes are like spot on. For some reason, these ones just sounded like a touch on the muddy side, but that might have just been like the actual sounds in the beat, like the actual sound selection. But overall, like sick stuff, man. Sick stuff, Crash, man. I like that you're trying new stuff. So yeah, good stuff, bro. All right, let's see if Monks has sent me anything. Yes, he has. Let's go. Take Z, I'm doing good, man. it. Thought it stopped it. Okay, there's a few things that I like about that beat. I like the sort of glitchy vibe to it. Sort of like the perks give it, like the actual sounds that you use for the perks, it just gives it like a nice glitchy style to it. I like that you didn't overdo it with the perks. It was just sort of like, you know, you used enough sounds to get that kind of style, which works well. I think the 808 sample sounded a little bit muddy. Sounded like maybe a quick fix for that would be just to pitch the whole beat up by like 1 or 2 semitones. Normally when you find like an 808 if an 808 sounds a little bit muddy, then it's normally just too low. You know, it's got like the actual key that you've played the sample in is a little bit too low for what the actual sample should be played in. So yeah, just pitch up the whole thing a couple of semitones. Or if you want to keep it in that key, then you just have to find a different sample. Just because the low end on that was like really a little bit subby. Maybe just turning it down might have helped a little bit as well. It was a little bit loud. But yeah, it wasn't too bad. I like that you kind of left the melody a little bit empty, kind of give it that kind of eerie vibe. I personally would have added a few more layers into that melody. I would have added like I would have like layered up those pads. Maybe added like a bit more of like a more substantial vocal chop in there. And added more switch ups. I think more switch ups, and with the 808, I think a few more slides would have worked well. Because that beat was the melody was kind of empty, so you had lots of space to work with the 808 on that beat. But yeah, overall though, it wasn't too bad. I'm picking out the small details in that beat for my critique, but overall the vibe was definitely there, man. You sort of nailed that glitchy vibe with that beat. So yeah, not too bad, Monk Tracks. Not too bad. Good stuff, man. All right, cool. Abstract Beats. Let's get you up, my guy. Appreciate the donation. 12-year-old producer, man. Let's see what we've got cracking. Let's see what's cracking. Let's go. Nazir? No, I'm not from Cyprus. I'm actually from the UK. I like that swing. Yeah, this is hard, but man, this is kind of hard, you know. Yeah, that beat. Who sent me that beat? It was an Abstract beat. Yeah, that beat was hard, man. That beat was slapping. I think a few of you guys picked up in the chat that it was a little bit, the levels were off. Like the levels were, the melody was a little bit too loud and a little bit too harsh. I like the swing that you put on that melody though. That's what I was about to say. I forgot to say that at the beginning. But there's like a nice, very, very subtle like offset of the melody, and it works really well. Gives it a different vibe completely, which I really like, that nice little touch that you put on there. Drums were hitting nice and hard, but I think the key thing for that beat is just to turn the melody down just a touch. The actual melody itself sounded epic. Like the actual sound selection, the synths sound really big and wide, but the low end was just slightly, not the low end, sorry, the melody was just slightly too loud, just a little bit too loud. Just need to turn it down by like 2 or 3 dBs and you're good to go. Yeah, big vibes. Let's take a quick look at this second one, and then I think we got a PayPal donee from Herbert, and then we'll get him up after this one. Different vibes straight away. If you're actually 12, your mixing is actually really good. When I was critiquing that first one, I was thinking, this guy said he was 12, mate. If your mixing is that like on that level at 12, your mixing is going to be like ridiculous by the time you're my age. Yeah, I like that second one as well. Nice amount of space in the beat, good progression to it. Like the structure of it was good. You got a good arrangement. And yeah, you got those drums hitting nice and hard, man. So yeah, Abstract Beats, keep doing your thing, man. If you're 12, man, you gotta keep it going for sure. For sure. Okay, cool. We've got another PayPal donee from Herbert. Thanks a lot, my guy. Herbert. It's not gonna come up with anything. Okay, Herbert, just let me know your Discord username. Maybe it's third. It is third. Okay, I think it is. Yeah, cool. Got it. Hey, Cactus. What's going on, man? Jay, thanks for the refund, mate. Fuck's sake. I sent the first one and then nothing happened. It just said it had gone through, so then I didn't see anything. And then I sent the second one, and then they both went through at the same time. Don't know what happened there. Oh shit. My bad. That's kind of cool. It almost gives me like old school G Unit vibes. There's a song that 50 Cent did with like Eminem, Tony Yayo, Lloyd Banks, and like a load of guys. I think it was it's called You Know, or like You Don't Know. You know, yeah, I can like you don't know. Kind of gives me that kind of vibes. Maybe the shaker give it too much of a jingly style, so I would have switched up that. I would have switched up that shaker sound, that jingle sound that you used. But I kind of like the melody though. It's got a dark vibe. Do you know what? I actually think drill drums would sound good on that. Yeah, definitely. But I do like the way you went with it, man. It has got a kind of like an old school bounce to it, but I actually kind of messed with that, so that is not too bad. Mixing wise, maybe the drums are a little bit quiet mixing wise, or the melody's a little bit too loud. So yeah, you're trying to create a bit more space between the drums and the melody. But other than that, man, that beat's not too shabby, man. Structure was on point as well. Lots of changes, like lots of switches in the beat. So yeah, not too bad overall. All right, J Cactus, let's go. Oh, is this our one? No, this isn't our one. It's all good. I thought he was gonna submit the one we made in Manchester last week. Beat is trash. Absolute garbage. Mix was terrible. Vocal was terrible. Just drums were awful. Arrangement terrible. Just a solid 1 out of 10 for that beat. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Shall I even give that? Shall I even give that a critique? I mean, I don't know, man. Just killed the vibe, man. I might just have to cut the stream here. Yeah, I don't know, man. Got him. Yeah, no, I'm just playing. Come on, man. He just came in here. He just came in here to show off. That's all he did. Comes in the stream. Quick tenor, just to skip the queue, and then just shows off. He's just showing off right now. Ridiculous. Yeah, come on, man. I think everyone else critiqued that beat for me. Beat was mad, man. Mix is crazy. Crazy. I can never get my kicks to hit that hard when I'm mixing drill. I just don't know how you do it. So, yeah, good stuff, man. Good stuff. Yeah. Thanks for the refund, mate. Yeah, that was good, man. That was sick. All right, cool, man. Let's crack on with the list. God, we haven't been to the list for a while. Was there anyone else that donated beforehand? Can I get a refund? Oh, Quad X. Sorry. I thought there was somebody else. Sorry, my bad. Royal, let's get you in, my guy. Sorry. See, Jay just came in and messed up the routes, messed up the order.
Quad X. After like hearing not been like I haven't heard the Lotus flute for so long, because obviously it was so overused, but hearing it in this beat, I actually kind of like it, you know. The flute sounds nice. This is actually really epic, honestly, Quad. I think the last few submissions that you've sent me, they're all like decent. They're all decent, and I think I gave you a few pointers, and it sounds like you've taken like basically all of them on board, because the beat sounds super full. Maybe the melody's a little bit on the loud side, but like this beat sounds epic, man. It honestly does. It's got a real like dark triumphant kind of vibe to it. I don't know how to explain it. The bass is going crazy. Let that bass breathe a little bit more, man. Make it a bit more grittier. Add some like distortion to it, or just turn it up a little bit in the mix. But yeah, that beat is hitting, man. Honestly, that beat is really hitting. I really like that beat. I think a lot of you guys are sort of taken back by that beat. It's a little bit different.
Yeah. That's a hard beat, man. Honestly, I don't even know what else to say in terms of critique. Maybe the maybe the hi-hat's a little bit on the sharp side, but it's not. It just isn't. It's good in terms of sound selection. I like that you use a Lotus flute. Normally, if someone puts a Lotus flute in, I'm just like, oh, here we go again. But it actually sounded like it fit in that beat. Like it just slotted in really nicely. So yeah, mixing wise, levels above from what you used to send me. Yeah, let me take a quick listen to this other one as well.
Quad X.
Yeah, this one's hard as well, man. Okay, on this second one, there's just a couple of issues. Like I think the leveling could have been a little bit better on this second one. That hi-hat's really like piercing. Yeah, the hi-hat's really sort of piercing the mix a little bit. It's a little bit too loud. That 808 I really like. That's a pretty 808. Yeah, the actual amount of sounds you put in both of those beats is like literally spot on. Nice swing on this second beat as well. It's got a nice like just offset swing to it, and that like low grungy sounds. I think that sounds like almost like a low guitar, like a pitched down guitar or something. That sounds hard. Yeah, both of them are hard, man. I think just for that second one, like the top end just sounded a little bit too piercing. But other than that, it was banging. Both of those got different vibes, man. Different vibes. Not just sort of like your standard trap style. Just got like a bit of a more unique style to them. So yeah, I kind of like this lane that you're going down, Royal Quad X. Sorry, with both of these styles. They're both sort of unique, but sort of fit into the wave in a minute. So yeah, keep that stuff coming, man. Keep that stuff coming. All right, good stuff. Okay, I think it's time to do another channel. I think it's time to start up Beat Critique 2 channel. So I'm just gonna go ahead and create a new one. Beat Critique 2, create channel. So go ahead, resubmit your beats to Beat Critique 2 if you haven't had your beats played yet, and we'll get this queue refreshed, because I think we're quite far behind on the queue. So yeah, go ahead over to that channel, man. Okay, let's go. Hey. Vibey. Nice summer bounce to it, like the Columboscope. Nice sort of simplistic but catchy drum bounce. Yeah, that beat worked. Good structure, levels were pretty decent. Nice clean mix. No complaints about that beat. I like the chord progression on that. I think the actual VST you used for the guitar was a little bit too like tinny, and there's a lot of low end with that guitar, and it really clashes with the 808. So just literally slap an EQ on that guitar, take out a load of the low end. If you've got like a downsampler plugin like the RC20, or just something to make it sound a bit more vinyl and a bit smoother, that might work a bit. Like it sounds a little bit muddy because of the amount of reverb and like the amount of low end with that guitar. So that could help. Yeah, I think that's probably the big thing with that. The chord progression is nice with that. I like the like sort of wavy emotional vibe to it, but yeah, just the mix is clashing a bit on the low end. Oh, we got a donation.
$19 Fortnite card. Who wants it?
Cold Wind, thanks a lot for the donation, my guy. Let me get you up straight after this for you. Sort of like nice sort of Spanish vibes to it, almost nice like salsa-y kind of bounce to it. Maybe the drums I would have gone for like that tiger bounce, you know, just like this the real simple catchy bounce, because that melody is nice and, you know, vibey, nice and melodic, nice and busy. So some nice clean simple drums would have worked nice on that. I think that's what I would have done to it anyway. But yeah, all right, Cold Winds, let's get you in, my man. Beat called Piano Bounce. Yeah. Oh no, wait, that's not. Is that the right one? No, that's from last month. Yeah. Cold Winds. Just have you sent your beats in yet, or did you put them in here? No. Yeah, Cold Winds. Just let me know when you've sent the actual beats through, my guy. I'll just listen to one more beat, but yeah, let me know in the chat. I'll keep my eye on it. But for now, I'll just go back to the list and play one more beat. Oh, I've heard that beat already.
44-1.
I kind of like that. I like the distortion on the 808. It gives it like a nice gritty feel, and just like the simplicity of the melody just kind of works, because like the drums are kind of going crazy. You know, if you've got a busy 808 like that, then yeah, you can get away with making just a nice simple beat, a nice simple melody. Sorry, and sort of just leave it at that. So yeah, not too shabby, man. All right, let's see if Cold Winds has sent me anything yet. Nope. Okay. It's a huge YouTube link in beat critique. Okay. Why is it not coming up with anything? It's just coming up with like an old submission. Nope, that's not it. From user. Can you Coldwinds, can you do you mind just resubmitting it? Just resubmit that beat. Just use the same YouTube link, but just submit it in the Beat Critique 2 channel. For some reason it's not coming up with anything when I search you in the search bar. I think mixing wise that could be a little bit better, but I like the vibe though. Nice like dark guitar melody, nice strings that come in and out, like, you know, it's like a B part to the melody. Well mixed, like the actual melody's well mixed, but just the drums were a little bit clashy. Like the 808, I maybe would have made that a bit shorter because it hits quite a lot. I maybe just would have made that a bit shorter. And the kick just sounded like it wasn't like meshing well with the 808. And maybe it was just like as simple as just reversing the polarity. You know, in FL Studio, you open up the dialog box of the actual kick sample, just click reverse polarity, and sometimes that can fix that problem. But yeah, vibe was definitely there, man. Just the mixing side of it. Let's see if Coldwinds. Nope, nothing. Still nothing. I'm spelling that right. Yeah, still nothing. Wow, that's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Medalje postale trofeje, ovaj teret sav na meni je. Nisam znao koliko vredim i šta ne bi sada želim sve. Sve ove banke i hoteli s braćom delim, daj nam vezi se. Nemam lovu tu kod sebe, bebe, sva opana merije. Medalje postale trofeje, ovaj teret sav na meni je. Prioriteti su na mestu, al to ne vide. Putlevaju jer sve znaju da sam terijer. Porazi su pobede jer završe kolekcije. Ne dotiče me prezirne jer ne znam.
It's like a nice, like, full, complete song.
Decent
vocals too.
Reci bratu daj ne brine. Neko briše.
Not my kind of style, like not the style that I typically listen to. But I can definitely respect the amount of yeah, nice like epic orchestral kind of vibe to the melody. Lots of switch ups. It's kind of hard to hear when there's vocals playing, but I notice all those little switch ups, which is good. And yeah, it was solid, man. It was solid. I honestly, like, I'm not too good at critiquing that kind of style. I'm not gonna lie, but the vibe was definitely there. If the vibe's there, then it's normally a good sign. So yeah, good stuff, man. Let's see if Coldwinds, have you resubmitted that beat yet? Are you? Is that definitely? It must be your Discord username. Let me just check in the chat. I'll just at you. Cold, have you resubmitted yet?
Not too keen on that beat. Yeah, the drums just don't match up with the melody, and the melody itself isn't too strong by itself, to be fair. I think that beat needs a bit of work. Cold Winds, what's your Discord name, man? It doesn't seem to be coming up with anything apart from... Maybe if I just scroll right to the bottom. See if I can just find it. Cold Winds, why didn't that come up before? It's all good. We got it. We got you. We got you.
It's so damn cold in here.
That's kind of hard. I really like the piano. That piano sounded like spot on. Had that really like downsampled vibe to it. Nice bit of D-tune on it. It just had that really nice sampled vibe to it. You know, it just sounded good. Really added to that kind of dark vibe to, you know, to the actual chord progression. The only thing that I didn't really like was that weird lead that comes in. What is it? That thing. It's a little bit squeaky. I think maybe if you just knocked that down by an octave, that might have worked, or like added some halftime to it just to give it more of a gritty vibe. But yeah, I wasn't too keen on that little lead. But I like the way you went with the drums. It's a little bit different. Maybe I wouldn't have added so much reverb onto the actual percussion, because it sounded like there's a lot of reverb on all of the percussion, like on the hi-hat, on that main snare, and just on like the main parts of the beat, which kind of makes it a little bit wishy-washy. Don't get me wrong, like reverb does sound good on some drums, but I think for that one they could have been turned down a little bit. And I think the bass could have done with a bit of work. Yeah, it's just a little bit slow, a little bit low energy, especially because that melody's kind of like slow and like dark. I think it could have been done with like just something a bit more up tempo, a bit more high energy to kind of contrast it a little bit. But yeah, not too shabby though, not too shabby. Cool. All right, man. Yeah, thanks for the donate as well, Colwyn. Sorry it took a little while for me to get to your beat. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna do a few more beats. How long we've been streaming for, man? Normally go for a couple hours. Damn, I've only been doing 1 hour and a bit. 1 hour 49. Yeah, I'll go for a little bit longer and get a few more beats in. Where were we? We were here. Techzite.
Yo, it's Techside.
Kelly.
kind of hard. Do you know what? I would have taken out that chant. I think that's the only thing that kind of gets in the way of that beat. I like that guitar riff, like ding 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 ding. It's got like a catchy vibe to it, but the chant is just sort of like getting in the way of it a bit. I like the open hat. You know, I like how you had that stacked on the kick. Just gives it like a nice, like a bit of like a more of a higher energy, especially with that kind of soft guitar melody. That works. But just the chant for me just was just a little bit too much. It just kind of overfilled the beat a little bit too much. You know, that's the only thing I'd say about that beat.
Daniel on the track, ho.
Nice. Nice. I like the use of that snare. I always like don't think to just use a nice clean snare as part of like the, you know, where the clap normally hits. And I really like that. Nice little pluck sound. Good sound, good bass sound right there. Nice simplistic drums, catchy. Good clean snare as well. Yeah, that was vibey. That was nice and catchy. It was like the standard sounds, like the normal, like popular sounds, but you sort of added a little bit of a twist to it and give it like your own sort of bounce. So yeah, I'll mess with that beat. All right, Crash Bandit has sent another beat. When did you switch? One is it? Let's see. So you sent me that one, and then listen to that one. So let's listen to this one first. We've got a collab with Internet Money as well, man. That's sick. Was it like a direct collab with that guy from Internet Money, or was it like a paid collab? Or I mean, either way, that's fucking awesome, man.
Crash.
Yeah, this is hard. Rich Hustle, what's going on, my guy? The worst beat today? I don't know, man. I honestly don't know. They're all different. Actually, no, that's actually an easy answer. Worst beat by far was J Cactus's. Yeah, this is hard, man.
Crash.
Yeah, this is a banger, man, honestly. Man, this is bang. This is honestly bang. Like out of the three I've listened to of yours so far, this is my favorite by far. And do you know what I think it is as well? I think it's probably just because you switched up the 808 to that Zaytoven 808. It just hits way nicer, I think, with those like synthy sounds. Yeah, and there's some nice like reversed open hats in there. Perks go crazy in that beat. Bounces like spot on. Mix is like perfect. Yeah, I don't know how like those first couple of beats. I'm confused as to how like the low end sounded like dead muddy compared to this. Like just hits different. But yeah, perfect, man. Honestly, perfect. Like it just ticks all the boxes for me with like that kind of beat. You know, structure was on point. like that like subtle vocal chop. It's got like a futuristic kind of vibe to it. Mix is perfect, and yeah, that 808 is hitting clean.
Crash.
Man. Jeez.
Crash.
Man, this is banging. This might be better than, this might be even harder than the other one. Man, that's so catchy, man. So catchy. But again, no critiques needed. No critiques needed. I honestly think, I did think that those long-tailed 808s worked, but I'm not gonna lie. Those short Beethoven 808s with that style of beat, for some reason, man, they just, yeah, it's night and day. I don't know what you think, Crash, but for me, I think just those second two, specifically because obviously the melodies were super catchy, but just the fact that you put that low 808 in, that short 808 in, maybe if you've even put like a short spins or like a shortened version of those first long-tailed 808s in those earlier beats, maybe that would have enhanced it in some kind of way. But yeah, either way, man, I like how much space you just leave in your beats, but at the same time, the beat still sounds like super full, just like, yeah, it just sounds like it's sat in a big room, you know, like some heavy reverb on the melody, but it's not too muddy and too clashy. So yeah, Crash has got that sound down pack with those last two beats. And thanks again for the donation, my guy. Thanks again, bro. Alright, we got a PayPal donation, I think. Come from Darrell Devontae Golden. Thanks a lot, my man. DJ XV. What? Oh, that's the wrong name, that's why. XVI-4. There he is. Sick.
DJ on the beat, boy.
All one shots. Fuck off. Seriously. That's mad. shot. Sounds different. Nice, okay. I think just a couple of things about that beat. I like that guitar melody. I think for some reason the swing on it just sounds a little bit too sort of like strummed out. It just sort of sounds a little bit offset, just a little bit too much. Maybe it doesn't even, I think maybe it just needs, like in your actual DAW, if you're looking at the WAV file, I think if you literally just hover over the WAV file, zoom right into it, hold shift and just scroll back a little bit, just pull it back a little bit so it hits on beat. I think it's just a little bit too offset. But I like the loop, I actually like the loop. It just sounds a little bit too offset. But yeah, so there's that. And then the other thing I was going to say was that just it sounded a little bit too loud in comparison to the drums. Like there wasn't a lot of space between that melody and the drums. So you've got to kind of like create a little bit of separation just so you've got like some nice dynamic space between the melody and the drums, and then that leaves like a really nice pocket for vocals to sit in between there. So yeah, that's one thing I'd say, is just turn the melody down a little bit. But other than that, man, that beat was a vibe. The guitar sound selection was good. I wasn't expecting that switch up from the rim shot to the that rim shot to the guitar. So that rim shot to the clap. So that worked. And I just think maybe one other thing is that guitar gets a little bit repetitive. So maybe just throw on a filter occasionally, just automate a filter, maybe add some halftime to it, or mess with the pitch of the actual guitar, like knock it up an octave, knock it down an octave. But that beat was almost there though, just a few little tweaks, nothing crazy, and that beat will be bang on.
DJ on the beat, boy. DJ on the beat.
This one's, I think I prefer this one a little bit to the other one. I like the triplet style that you went with the drums. That works well with that piano. Definitely gives me like Little Baby kind of vibes. Spins 808 is hitting pretty hard as well. I think though for some reason, again, it's just some stuff just sounds a little bit offbeat. Like the snare, I think it's that snare roll that sounds slightly offbeat, or there's just something that sounds slightly offbeat. Like not even offbeat, not offbeat to the point where it's like just not quantized, but or maybe to the point where it, like there's some sounds that aren't quantized. It's just sort of like, yeah, I don't know. It just sounds a little bit off to me. The bounce is definitely there, but if everything was on beat, solid, like the snare was on beat, the hi-hats were hitting on beat, and the clap. But yeah, I think it might just be either the snare or the hi-hat. I can't really figure it out because there's the melody playing in the drums as well. But there's just something that just sounds a little bit offbeat. But honestly, if you get that right, then that beat would be a banger. I like the snare rolls, not too crazy with the snare rolls, which was perfect. Some nice strings in there, some nice switch ups with the melody, sort of like the strings duck out of the way, the energy drops down a little bit. Nice open hats. So all the elements are there. I just think just the bounce, again, there's just a couple of sounds in the melody, in the drums that throws the bounce off just ever so slightly. But yeah, other than that, man, that beat was cold. Liking it. Alright, man. It has been a ridiculously long day for me today, so I am gonna call it there. Thanks for coming through to the stream, everyone. If you haven't seen already on my Instagram, or if you follow Adam Audio on Instagram, the 40k giveaway is live. It's ready to go. I'm going to be dropping the actual announcement video tomorrow on YouTube, but it's ready to go. So if you want to enter tonight, if you want to start cooking up for the beat contest, then go ahead and do it. Go over to my Instagram and check out my most recent post, and you can see all the details on how to enter and like the actual beats that I'm looking for the contest that I'm going to be judging. It's free to enter. If you have the paid version or the full version, if you have the free version or the paid version of the Hypnosis kit, then that's all you need to enter. And yeah, it's going to be a vibe, man. Next 2 weeks are going to be busy for me, but I'm excited to see what you guys can bring. So yeah, sick stuff, man. Thanks for dropping into the stream, guys. Thanks for dropping in. I'm sorry if I didn't get everybody in. I know I struggled to get everyone in the streams, but you know, we got on a good vibe, and yeah, I think it's been a good one today, man. So yeah, thanks again for coming in, guys. I will see you either this weekend, because I've got a free weekend, so I could go live on Sunday again, or I will see you on Thursday, this time next week on Thursday.